Hi Year 6, I hope you're all okay and are enjoying our new text Wonder. If you need to catch up, you can head to the YouTube channel and go to the Year 6 playlist and listen to the first few chapters that are on there. You can pause the video now to go and do that. I hope you enjoyed Mr. Powell's writing lesson last week. We've really enjoyed reading your diary entries in Roll as August. This week, our writing lesson will be looking at writing a letter with more of a grammar focus this week, looking at tenses. And our learning objective will be to accurately use a range of verb tenses. Let's start by reminding ourselves of the features of a letter. Let's have a look at the layout. Can you remember what goes where? Pause the video now and have a think. Welcome back. Hopefully you remembered that we put the sender's address in the top right with today's date underneath. Below that on the left, we put the recipient's address. We usually only do that if it's a formal letter. The greeting goes underneath, for example, Dear Mrs. Muddiman. Then we have the main body of the letter, which is written in paragraphs. At the bottom on the left, we usually put the sign off, for example, yours faithfully or yours sincerely, etc. I'm going to add that the main body usually includes an introduction to explain why you're writing, and will often include some questions, so some other features to remember for the main body of your letter. In Wonder, 10-year-old August is about to start a new school called Beecher Prep, after being homeschooled by his mum until now. He's not met his new teacher, Miss Potosi, yet, so I thought he should write a letter to tell her a bit more about himself before he meets her. I'm going to write a letter from August to Miss Potosi. You could choose to do the same, or you could choose to write a letter to your new secondary school teacher from yourself, and you could give it to your teacher on your first day of high school. I'll leave that choice up to you, but remember, when writing to a teacher, especially one that you don't know, your letter should be a formal one. So I shall add on that we should use formal language for our letter today, standard English with no slang. In our letter, we will also need to use a range of verb tenses. If you need a quick reminder about what verbs are, there are some fun quizzes at these two websites. The links are also in the parent mail email. You can pause the video now to have a go. Okay, great. You are now verb experts. Now, when we use verbs, we automatically use them in the past, present or future tense. Can you see I've underlined the main verbs of each sentence here that are in past, present and future. Now for your letter today to your teacher, you're going to need to use past tense to talk about things that have already happened. For example, my favourite science topic last year was space. You will also need to use present tense to talk about things that are happening at the moment or that are ongoing. For example, I love to play football and basketball. You will also need to use the future tense to talk about things that will happen or to ask questions about the future. For example, will we go on any exciting school trips next year? Can you write a past, present or future tense sentence for your letter to your teacher? You can pause the video now and have a go. Well done. I hope you remember to check your spelling and punctuation. Now, the verb tenses I have just shown you are the simple past, present and future tenses. For this type of letter, it will also be useful to use a different form of the past, present and future tenses called the progressive. It sounds complicated, but it's actually very easy as we naturally use these tenses all of the time when we speak. So, let's start with the present progressive tense. It looks like this. I am looking forward to joining your class. At the moment, my mum is teaching me about space. We are looking through my telescope every night to see the constellations. Can you see that the present progressive verb is made up of two words? It has an am plus an ing verb, is plus an ing verb, or are plus an ing verb, depending on whether the subject of the sentence is I, he, she or it, or we, you or they. It's important not to mix them up, as it sounds very wrong to say, I is feeling anxious about school. Okay, it's your turn now to write 3 present progressive sentences using I am plus an ing verb, he, she or it is plus an ing verb, or we, you or they are plus an ing verb. Pause the video to have a go and write them down. Well done. Did you check your punctuation and spelling this time? We can also use the future progressive tense, where the verb is made up of 3 words this time, and it looks like this. I will be joining lots of the extracurricular clubs. My big sister will be going up to year 11 there next year. My parents and I will be practicing getting the bus over the holidays. As you can see, we use will be plus an ing verb. We always use will be, whether the subject of the sentence is I, he, she or it, or we, you or they. We always use the will be and an ing verb. So this tense is an easier tense to use than the present progressive. There is a past progressive tense, but it's not useful for today's letter, so we'll leave that one for now. Okay, it's your turn to write 3 future progressive sentences using I will be plus an ing verb, he, she or it will be plus an ing verb, and we, you or they will be plus an ing verb. Pause the video to have a go and write them down. Well done. No excuses for not checking your punctuation and spelling this time. Now we've practiced using the simple past, present and future verb tenses, as well as the present progressive and future progressive tenses, we can put it all together to write our letter. So let's go back to our sort of plan with our features. Remember, I'm writing a letter as August to his new teacher, Miss Petosa, but you could choose to write your letter as you to your new teacher. So, in my main paragraphs in the middle of the letter, I could discuss topics such as my current school, my favourite topics or subjects, my worries or feelings, my hobbies, my family, or anything along those lines that you think your teacher would find interesting. See if you can add any of your ideas on there. First of all, we need to lay out the letter correctly with the sender's address, the date, the recipient's address, and a formal greeting. You can then begin with an introduction, a short paragraph to explain why you are writing. My name is August Pullman and I am 10 years old. I am greatly looking forward to joining your class at Beecher Prep in September and wanted to introduce myself. As you can see, I've already used a range of verb tenses, including the simple present tense, the present progressive tense with an ing verb, and I've also used the past tense. Let's continue in a new paragraph. Firstly, you should know that I have been homeschooled, that's a hyphenated word, homeschooled by my, and I'm going to use mother because it's a bit more formal than mum, homeschooled by my mother until now. That's using past tense to explain what has happened to him so far. As a result, using quite formal sentence starters here, I am feeling a little nervous or anxious about starting such a large school. cannot help worrying about how I might get lost. Something I know lots of you might be feeling about next year. Can you see that I've been using the present progressive tense here with the ing verbs? I am feeling, and then I cannot help worrying, which is slightly different because of the negative in there. If you could send me a map of the school, I'm being cheeky here with a suggestion to the teacher, maybe some extra information in brackets, including the buildings and the grounds, close brackets. Now there's a comma there because of my subordinate conjunction, that's a subordinate clause. I would be very grateful. That spelling of the word great, it's a homophone, remember, very grateful, as it would help me feel more prepared. As you can see, my little suggestion there, I've popped in future tense as well. So I've carried on the next paragraph looking at my favourite topics and subjects, and I've also tried to practice some of my varied punctuation that we've been looking at recently. As you can see, I've put in a semicolon, I've included a question, an exclamation, and then in my third paragraph I've started introducing a list with a colon, remembering to have an independent clause, no capital letter, and then using commas, and I could carry that on with my list. So my favourite school, oh, I've missed that out, good job I checked. My favourite school subject is science. I love to set up experiments and discover things through my own observations. At the moment, my mother is teaching me about space, and we are looking through my telescope each night to see the constellations, which is very exciting. Is it true that Beecher Prep has a science laboratory with real Bunsen burners? I enjoy many hobbies in my free time, riding my bike, and that can carry on later on. So, going back to the tenses that I've used some present tense, some present progressive with my ing verbs, here again, present progressive, ing, and some more present tense and more present tense. So present tense is very useful here. But I've taken some of my sentences I did earlier when we were practicing, and I've just kind of put them in with some interesting punctuation, maybe a relative clause just to kind of mix it up. So I could carry on looking at some of these other ideas and add on a couple of paragraphs. When I get to the end of my letter, I must remember to sign it off. Now, if you've used somebody's name, your formal sign-off will be yours sincerely. That's very important. Okay, so your task is to write a letter introducing yourself to your new teacher before the new school year. You can write it from the point of view of August from Wonder, or you can write it from your own point of view to your new teacher for next year. Your chilies are to include a range of past, present and future tenses. Chili 1. Chili 2 is chili 1 plus includes some of the progressive tense verbs that we've been practicing with the ing endings. Chili 3 is to accurately and fluently vary tenses throughout a piece of extended writing. So looking for a longer piece with some paragraphs and looking for that accuracy with your tenses, making sure that you're not making any mistakes. So making sure you check is really important. I look forward to reading your letters. Please do email them to us at the Year 6 email address, and good luck.